everybody. This is Carol Maletta. Welcome to the Parenting 411 podcast, where we share information parents need from sources they can trust. Welcome to another episode of the Parenting 411 podcast. Today, we're going to talk about parental burnout. Parental burnout is real, but it's not something that parents have to accept as a fact of life. Understanding the signs, knowing the triggers, and learning how to protect against burnout can make parenting feel more sustainable, more doable, and more joyful. So what we're going to do is break down what parental burnout looks like. Maybe you haven't experienced it, or maybe you have and you didn't realize it, or you can learn about this for a friend. We also are going to talk about the common causes, and I'm going to leave you with 5 research-backed ways to keep burnout at bay. So first, let's talk about how you recognize parental burnout. Now, burnout goes far beyond fatigue and tiredness. Parents experiencing burnout feel physically and mentally wiped out most days, emotionally distant from their kids, and they may even feel trapped by all of their responsibilities. Key signs can include overwhelming exhaustion, feeling drained and depleted. And again, this is not just being tired from a rough night's sleep, but really tired to your core. Maybe you're feeling irritability and frustration, where small annoyances seem massive and your patience is almost non-existent. Then, as I mentioned, the emotional detachment. You just feel distant, just going through the motions and feeling like you're just not yourself. You may experience a loss of interest. Things that once upon a time brought you joy, whether they're hobbies or playtime with your kids, they feel pointless or just burdensome. Just you don't want to be bothered. There may be feelings of inadequacy and guilt, a sense that one isn't a good enough parent, which can then spiral into shame and isolation. There may even be physical symptoms like headaches, inability to sleep, and a tendency to just get sick more often. Research shows that leaving that unaddressed, parent burnout can lead to harmful outcomes for both parents and children, including emotional neglect and increased family conflict. So let's take a look at what triggers parental burnout. Parental burnout isn't just about having a tough week, remember. Its roots lie in kind of this ongoing imbalance when the demands of parenting consistently outweigh the joys and resources available to you. Chronic stress from parenting challenges, can come from raising kids with mental health issues or disabilities, or simply juggling work and home life. Hey parents, are you looking for a fun way to spark your child's love of reading? Check out the I Can Read book club, now available at Highlights. With exciting stories arriving at your door every month, your little reader will build confidence while discovering the joy of independent reading. Plus, each book is designed for early learners, making it easy to grow skills at just the right pace. Want to inspire a lifelong love of reading? Just click the link to get started with the I Can Read book club at Highlights today. There might be a lack of support. You just feel isolated, like there's no one to lean on, and especially for single parents or those who are far away from their family members. There's perfectionism and high expectations, that internal pressure to be the perfect parent or keep up appearances can really drain emotional energy real fast. There may be too many demands and too few breaks. No time for your self-care, no time for rest, or even a moment's peace during the day. So perhaps there could be some aspect of personality traits that could contribute to burnout. Research shows that parents prone to instability neuroticism can also be more likely to experience burnout, whereas those with more resilience and flexibility can cope better with the ebbs and flows of parenthood. So, I want to offer you 5 tips for avoiding parental burnout. Now, research highlights practical strategies that can help parents kind of rebalance those scales and protect against burnout. For example, schedule special time with your child. You've been listening to me long enough. You know that I am a champion and huge proponent of special time. So set aside small regular blocks for focused, distraction free time with each child, even if it's just 10 minutes. Research shows that this boosts connection and makes day to day challenges easier to handle. Your child is really getting to know you in a different way. And you're able to get to know your child in different ways as well, because there's just some things that during the normal course of the day, carpool, bath time, sometimes they may not mention it, but during special time, these things may come out. You just get to know a little bit more about their mind and their heart during those moments. Next, decide on the right number of activities. Every family needs downtime, so consider how many structured activities are healthy for your child and realistic for your family to keep up, right? How many extracurricular activities they can be a part of, play groups, and things like that. All of these things are good. Just decide how much of it you can do and how often. And don't feel any shame when you decide that you may need to cut some things out or cut some things back. Make it a family decision and reassess if the activities that you all are involved in add more stress or they add more joy. As I said, you got to learn to say no and let some things go. It's okay not to be super parent. So prioritize the demands and drop those activities or the standards that you're holding that drain your energy, but aren't truly essential, like demanding a spotless house or attending every event. Rethink those things. Now, it's very important that you focus on rest and making sure that you get good rest that actually restores you. Parenting often means broken sleep. I can attest to that. But rest can take many forms. You can walk outside, you can spend quiet time with a book, or just listen to music. So pay attention to what helps you feel genuinely refreshed, and you make space for that a little bit every day. Next, don't worry about judgment from others. A major source of parental burnout is worrying about being judged by other parents, family members, or even society. So find ways to tune out that negativity and do what works best for you and your household and not what looks perfect to others. You've got to make sure that what you're doing is sustainable. Well, let's talk a little bit about research findings about burnout. So studies consistently show that burnout isn't just about circumstance. It's also about your mindset, how you think about it, and also the support you have around you. So parents who seek help, cultivate positive coping strategies, and prioritize their own well-being, they do better in the long run. The balance between stress and resources is crucial, and burnout can have a cycle effect. Overwhelmed parents are more likely to neglect their own needs, and at times, even their children's. And we don't want that. And those factors can definitely perpetuate burnout.
Hey, Mama, I get it. I remember those early days of motherhood, feeling totally outnumbered and out of my depth with my twin boys. Mother's Work, Pearls of Wisdom and Gems for My Journey is the book I wish I'd had back then. In my mini motherhood memoir, I share the real, unfiltered moments, from overwhelm to breakthroughs. Along the way, I discovered 7 guideposts that helped me find my footing, and I think they'll do the same for you. And guess what? I'm giving the book away free. Just head to mothersworkthebook.com to grab yours. Just pay shipping and handling, and also get your hands on some wonderful bonuses. You don't have to do this alone. Let's walk this journey together. That's mothersworkthebook.com. Can't wait for you.
So parental burnout is common, it's normal, and is treatable. Spotting the signs early and making small changes can keep parenting more balanced and more enjoyable. And I just urge you to take it one step at a time because it's not about being perfect. There is no perfect parenting, and your kids don't need a perfect parent. They need a present one. It's really about finding sustainability and joy in your family life. For more tips for navigating your parenting journey, grab a free copy of my mini motherhood memoir, Mother's Work, Pearls of Wisdom and Gems from My Journey. You can visit mothersworkthebook.com. That's mothersworkthebook.com. Plus, you get more goodies as a gift from me. So I can't wait to talk to you next time. And remember that it's never too late to be the parent you want to be.
We bring you this episode for the purpose of information and entertainment only. It is not the intent or purpose of the Parenting 411 podcast or Carol Maletta to provide an exhaustive reference or guide on all aspects of parenting, childcare, and family life. You are strongly encouraged to read all available information, consult medical or other appropriate professionals, and pursue all reasonable means to learn as much as possible about parenting to complement what you gain here, and then tailor the information to meet your individual needs. Yes, parenting is a serious matter, though it is not an exact science. The context and insights offered in this and every episode represent an account of knowledge and personal experiences of the host and any featured guests for the viewers' and listeners' information and consideration. The host and guests do not guarantee to our viewers or listeners any specific parenting outcomes from this episode or taking actions described here.